Hey guys, Julia here, aka J Hendy, and you guys probably noticed something different in the background here, and I got a new chair from IKEA, and I love this chair so much. It's just really comfortable to like chill in, and yeah, and so for this video, I'm gonna be doing um, my experience on my braces. And if you guys didn't know, I got my braces off, and this is what my teeth look like now. But I have my retainer in right now, so I actually have a picture of when I got my braces off that I'm going to show you guys right now. And um, what having braces is like for me. So yeah, that's pretty much what this video is going to be about. Okay, so before I get started, I did a storytime video on the day that I got my braces, so if you guys want to go check that out, it will be in the information button like up here. So yeah, so now I'm going to tell you guys on how I had to deal with my braces. So I had my braces for a year and a half, and I thought I was going to have them for 2 years, but I actually had them for a year and a half. And so when I found out I was getting my braces, I was like so happy because my teeth were crooked, and I mean like I did not like the way my teeth looked. And I actually have a picture of what I looked like before braces, so I'll show you guys the before picture right now. So that's what I looked like before braces, and I actually took that picture the day I was getting my braces. I was like, one more smile before I get my braces. So yeah. So the first thing when I got my braces, I had to eat soft food. I was allowed to eat pizza and tacos, but I wasn't allowed to eat like crunchy food, but I still kind of did that. One time I ate like hard candy on Halloween, and like I literally broke a brace like back here, and I was like, oh no, like I felt something break in my mouth, and it was a brace. So but my orthodontist didn't put that back on because like she said I didn't really need it. And so yeah, it's been like probably 6 months that I've had my braces, or maybe a little bit longer. And then in June of 2016, I started to wear rubber bands. And I think I started to wear rubber bands for like, I don't know, I think I started wearing rubber bands from June 2016 till the day I got my braces off, which was like February 11th, 2017 of this year. And so, yeah, there were like different ways I had to wear like rubber bands. The first way, which was like the diagonal way, I had to wear, that's like the first time I wore my rubber bands. I had to wear them in like a diagonal way. And I would have to wear them like all the time. And then there was another way I had to wear my rubber bands, and I had to wear them like up and down, but I only had to wear them for like as much as I could. And so then like I kept on doing that, and then ever since like I broke my brace, I've had to wear like rubber bands like up and down. And yeah. And so every time I would go to get my braces adjusted, I would pick a color. If like an event was coming up, I would just pick a color for like that event. And for my birthday, I picked like black and light green. I picked black for my birthday and light green for St. Patrick's Day, and I just thought that was like the coolest thing ever. And then yeah. And the day that I got my braces, like my mom was telling me, she was like, Julia, after you get your braces, they're like gonna hurt for like a few days. Even my orthodontist told me that. I'm like, oh. And so I think I had to take like Advil to help like the pain. And it's been like probably a day or two since I've had my braces, and like they hurt like so bad, and I was in like a lot of pain. I was like, they hurt so bad, like I want them off. But then like it was just a few days that they were gonna hurt. And yeah, so then fun fact, I actually got my braces a week before I started my freshman year of high school. And so I wanted to get braces before like I started school. And so that way I could like tell my friends and be like, hey, like I got my braces. And they liked me with braces. They're like, oh, you look so great with braces. And so yeah, I was really happy that I got my braces before I started school. And yeah, and then I had to like brush my teeth. It was really hard brushing my teeth with braces for like the first couple of days, but then as the days went on, like I was just kind of used to having braces. And the first day I had my braces, or maybe even the day after I got my braces, I was just nervous about like eating food because I was scared that I was gonna break something. And by the way, if you guys think I'm like talking funny right now, it's probably because of my retainer. I have to wear them like all the time for like a month. So yeah. Probably like 2 days after I had my braces, I was so scared like I was gonna break something if I ate something like hard, but I didn't. And yeah, and so then after I got my braces off, I started to wear my retainer. Well, actually, before I got my braces off, they had to do like a mold in my mouth because they had to like so they can measure my retainer. And they even did like the mold before I got my braces. And so then they did the mold when I was getting them off. Well, actually, before I got them off, they did the mold. And so then, yeah, and then the day I got my braces off, I was like so happy because I was like, oh my gosh, I'm finally gonna have them off before my birthday. Like that, I was so happy, you guys, getting them off. And I even have a picture of myself the day I got my braces. So here's what I looked like. I know, yeah. And the day I was getting my braces off, I was so happy that I was gonna have them off before my 17th birthday. Like that was my goal. And I was like, okay, if it gets like pushed back, that's my dad's phone, sorry if you hear that. Yeah, so I was finally happy I was gonna get my braces off before my birthday. And if it got pushed back, I was gonna be like so mad because I really wanted to get them off before my birthday. But then I did, and I'm happy about it. And I couldn't stop smiling for like the first day. And the first thing I ate when I got my braces off was popcorn, and I forgot like how much I loved it. Like I really love popcorn. I really love popcorn. And if I had like the Skinny Pop, I'm not sure if you guys know what that is, but I've had the Skinny Pop when I first got my braces off, and I love it. I really love it. So yeah. And there was like a couple things that I ate that I couldn't eat with my braces. And so yeah, when I got to school, like 2 days after I got my braces off, when I got to school, I'm like, you guys know something different about me? And then I started smiling, and like, oh, you got your braces off, like your teeth look so good. And the day before I was getting my braces off, I was like so happy, and all my teachers were asking, so like, what are your plans for this weekend? I'm like, I'm getting my braces off. And they're like, oh wow, that's so cool. And then here's a funny story. One of my teachers calls me Gumby, cause like I had my rubber bands in my mouth. And for those of you from my school who are watching this, you probably know who I'm talking about. Can't believe I'm saying this, but one of my teachers, sorry if I'm stuttering, yeah. So one of my teachers would kind of like make fun of me, call me Gumby, since I had my rubber bands in my mouth, and every time I'd like start laughing, he'd be like, you have rubber bands in your mouth. I'm like, yeah, I know I have rubber bands in my mouth. And so, the day before, actually, when I found out I was getting my braces off, I told him, like, this is going to be the last time you ever see me with rubber bands in my mouth because I am getting them off on February 11th. And then he's like, I have to come up with a new name for you. Like, because he kind of came up with a couple of nicknames for me. One of my teachers, he called me Gumby and Rubber Bands. And yeah, I was not happy about that. But you know what? It's just kind of funny to laugh at it now. So, yeah. And then the day I was getting my braces off, I had already gotten them off. I went to my sister's track meet, and one of my teachers was there. And, like, Mom's, like, saying, Julia, go say hi. I'm like, no. She's, like, pushing me, saying, like, go say hi. I'm like, no. And then my teacher's like, let me see your teeth. And I smiled. He's like, where are the rubber bands? I'm like, there are no more rubber bands. Yeah. So, I guess that's it for this video on how I had to deal with my braces for the past year and a half. And if you guys want to see my story time video on the first day I got my braces, it will be in the information button up there, like I said. And yeah, that's it. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! Peace.